All right. Um, so starting here, a quick tutorial on how to do comic book balloons and captions. So let's get started. Using CorelDRAW X6 version is a very old version. Here we have a page from Savage Wolverine, drawn by Joe Madureira. Very awesome page. So let's get started. Okay, uh, first I will do caption saying like New York City, 5 p.m. or something like that, right? So I'm gonna use the rectangle tool. Let's click and drag, right? Oops. Uh, sorry. Click and drag. Okay, here is the square is the rectangle for the caption. Um, let's suppose it will be yellow. All right. So, okay. First, let's give a little outline on that. So I select it and gonna press F12. This opens the window for the outline properties, right? Let's make it uh, thicker, 1.5 millimeters. And I will choose these options here to make the corners round and the end of the lines rounded if needed. It will not be needed, but anyway, gonna select it. And I'm gonna check behind fill and scale with image, right? Okay, now we have a nice outline, and with the rectangle selected, I'm gonna press F11. This opens the window for gradient properties or fill properties if you prefer that. I can choose from the type from linear to radial, conical, square. Uh, just gonna keep linear, right? And the colors, I can choose any color I want. Just gonna pick a darker yellow, and I wanna make it a gradient to some kind of orange, right? And I can adjust the midpoint and everything, but I'm gonna just let it how it is. And I clicking and dragging here on the gradient, I can turn it around. I just move some degrees, right? Maybe I'm gonna choose a brighter yellow for the color. Right. Okay. Here we have a nice caption rectangle. But let's suppose I want to add some angle to it. So I just give one click, it's selected. And with the second click, I can rotate or distort it. So I'm gonna skew it a little bit, right? You can see this gives a nice motion to the caption. Um, let's suppose I wish a shadow behind it to make it pop even more. Normally is not needed, but let's use it as an example. Um, I will select it, and here in the left side menu, I should have some option to drop shadow here. So I'm gonna click on one of the corners and drag it to all the extension of the rectangle, and here it is. And here on the top menu I can change the properties. So the mode is multiply mode. I can make it let me see, let's keep it multiply. The opacity of the shadow, I can make it more visible, right? 100%, it's more visible. And how the shadow is filtering, if it's something bigger or not, I can change it here. So let's keep it at 14. So here it is, a nice caption. We can play around with many other effects, but I don't see why to make it too complicated. uh, just clicking one time, the rectangle is selected. If I give a right click on any color here, I will change the outline color. For example, make it magenta or green, you know. But let's just make it black for now. Oops. Yes, right click. Oops. What I did here. All right, let's go with the text. Just using the text tool, I can click anywhere I want. Gonna click here outside the page. Right, New York. 5:40 p.m. Right. Let's make it center aligned. Always works better. And let's choose a proper comic book font. All right. Let's drag it here. Just resize it. With the shape tool, if I select the text, let's break it down. Clicking in the text, you select it, and when you click on the shape tool here on the left side menu, you can adjust the space between the lines, So let's add here. Selecting it and giving another click, I can skew it. And that's it. Nice one. I can select it all and resize it all. And if I click Ctrl G, all these things are a group now. So just one click and it all is selected, right? Okay, this one is for captions. You can play around with more effects like transparency or making textures or shadows or many effects, but this is the basic a square with some movement effect, a cool text, a cool font, a cool gradient, and that's it. That's the basic. Now let's move to the balloons, comic balloons, right?